Hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of Xaereth Prevails, a Grand Arena story. Guys, we are in match 3 of our first expanded divisions, 5v5, and it's going to be pretty epic. You guys can see the thumbnail and extrapolate what you will. Find out what happens. It is pretty interesting, to say the least. Before round 2 had even started, my opponent had messaged me from Indigo server, actually, Discord server, saying, hey, I'm ready for you, Xaereth. And I was like, great. Anyways, I mean, it's great to fight people who know who I am. I guess it can be exhausting, though, because sometimes I just change their defenses. But, I mean, the key is to look at their offense and see what their offensive range is and see what they can accomplish. If they're comfortable using off-meta counters, etc., then you can extrapolate what their defenses would plausibly be. So anyways, enough of that nonsense. It's gonna be a good match. Still on vacation, guys, so I know a couple people mentioned, like, why aren't there intros anymore? Why aren't we doing it? And we're gonna do intros. I just don't have the ability to do any of those right now on my videos because I'm on vacation and I don't have every resource available. So that being said, let me show you guys my defenses, change things up a bit, and I know it's a little small, which is disappointing to some at times, but as my buddy Solo would say, never heard a complaint that I cared about. So that being said, we have pretty standard stuff for me so far this season. I guess you guys didn't see my episode 2 defenses, just because I wanted to keep them a little bit secret from this opponent because he was gunning for me. That being said, this is pretty standard for what I've been running, except I did add, so Kenobi's in the back. I did that in round 2 as well. You guys can find that out on GAC history. But then I also, so we have 3 Galactic Legends down. I have also General Skywalker, Darth Revan, and I placed Commander Luke, and it's not because my opponent places weak defenses. He actually places pretty strong ones. I'm increasingly more confident in my ability to wend my way through people's offense or defenses, and so I did keep Jedi Training Rey on offense this time. And the reason I put CLS in the back, I mean, that back zone is pretty gross, actually. If you look at my front zone, what you have to get through, then go to the back zone, like, you gotta save quite a bit to get through it. The reason, though, is my opponent consistently does not have a great Commander Luke counter. Frankly, like, no insult intended, but he didn't seem like he consistently made wonderful choices regarding opponent CLSs. Like, he uses the mirror when he can, but my Han is significantly faster. Like, I'm happy if he wants to try it, because at the very least it's really bad banner. So put Commander Luke down, even though it takes me way out of my comfort zone, it can be okay. So let me show you his defenses real quick, which is the super ghetto. Just like switch over to here. So this is his top zone. Let's unlock his top zone first. So his bottom zone here, guys, you can see has Night Sisters, Jedi Training Rey with the Hero Bros, which is something we're going to be seeing a lot, actually. And then the Bando team without Nest, so that's kind of nice, except he does have 2 ways to revive here with Vader and with Captain Han, and then, of course, we have the crew team as well. So not a terrible front zone, but I was afraid of what was in the back zone, because if you can see, we have to save quite a bit for this top zone here. Like, that Mothra team is actually pretty scary with all of that turn meter stuff, and actually that team is really good at countering the Traya counter, because it has all the heal reduction, and then Cara Dune throws her grenades of turn meter reduction and the healing immunity from Cassian. Like, it kills Traya teams. This is a Traya killer. All the turn meter from POW and Scout, it can be a fiasco and a half, even in 5v5, in fact. So got to be cautious there. And then Rey and Supreme Leader Kylo, of course, are always threats. And then General Grievous. Who knows if our Mothra team is going to get up and do any work for us this time. So let's jump into some fights, shall we? Alright, so we're on the bottom zone. We got to take out something. Who knows? Here, I'll slouch a little bit. Oh yeah, so this crew team, I've been using Bad Batch to good results so far, guys. So far this season, it's been pretty good. So, you know, you get Echo. As long as your Echo is faster. I know that it's more ideal to be able to have Echo and Tech faster, or maybe have them go a little bit first, just so they have more buffs on them. But you can get everyone stunned. You can see they all took their turns now, because my Wrecker's pretty slow. And that's fine. We stunned everyone except for Executioner, I guess. And Wrecker wasn't ready yet to stun everyone with his AoE, so I used the other one, and I don't remember what that does now. This team is confusing like crazy. Handed the turn back to Wrecker, though, because now he's in Wreck-It mode. I don't know what it's called. I'm just calling it Wreck-It mode, because he's kind of like... he's not like Wreck-It Ralph. He's pretty different, actually, but... you know, his name is Wrecker, so they've got something, you know, similar. And so just trying to keep everyone stunned, keep everyone's turn meter reduced if possible. Just trying to pick people off. There's that Kylo there. He's going to do some small amount of damage to Wrecker. And, I mean, really, now the question is, can we just recover these protection banners? The answer is very yes, we absolutely can. We're just, you know, it's going to take a while. But healing immunity, man, this team just completely destroys the Kylo team. It's not close. It's pretty cool. 61 banners, off to a great start. And now we've got to go transition to the next scene before you guys notice a big black blur. Big black blur. So here's questionable decision making on my end. We've got Night Sisters versus Jedi Training Rey. I've done this a few times when desperate. I was like, you know what? I've never lost this. I think we can maybe pull it off, hopefully. The Finn and Poe aren't super duper fast, though of course BB-8 kind of makes them pretty quick. And then, of course, they stun Daka and they're doing stuff. We get some plague out, but then Finn heals everyone with his grenade of healing, as is his wont. And so, you know, we get some revives. I'm like, all right, this is cool. We're doing it. We're, you know, over time you kind of just chip away at this team. And, you know, when you don't have to revive against someone, when someone doesn't have to. When you don't have to revive Talzin right away, sometimes it's nice to just kind of summon her and have her die again so that Asajj can ramp up a little bit, Old Doc can ramp up again, or a bit. Let's try to stun Finn. He's the real problem here. Got to take him out. And so, you know, we give a couple dicey points. Everyone comes back. It's another happy landing every time. And, you know, probably should have done the AoE there, even though BB-8 would have hit back and summoned someone to attack. But, I mean, so far, we're doing okay. I just, you know, at this point, we don't want to get hit back. But, okay, so Old Daka gets everyone back. Everything's going well, and then Illuminated Destiny pops, and we instantly die. So, not great. I couldn't even exit out, even though it was my phone I was on. I couldn't exit out in time, and we lost. So, that was wonderful. So yeah, we have a loss there. Luckily, guys, here, let me pause real quick. So my opponent did already attack everything except for my Commander Luke team. So we failed once on fleets. And my fleets, actually, I should have taken a screenshot of those. I put both of my GET2 fleets down, which I haven't done for a while. Figured I'd flex just a tiny bit. I've been thinking about trying it anyways, so I did it this time. It worked. He failed once on my fleets. He failed twice on my General Skywalker, and then had a few other somewhat inefficient matches as well against me. So I was like, that's the other reason I thought I could use Night Sisters, was because Night Sisters against Resistance, even if I got rid of Night Sisters, like I have enough teams, I can throw one away, and I'm still kind of, you know, in it, so to speak. He hasn't attacked my Commander Luke team yet, and I was like, man, I bet he's got a really dicey counter for him, if he even has one. He's like, otherwise he's full cleared me one shot, besides those two teams he's failed against. But now we're going to use the team I would actually... So I had a few... I'll just say this. I had a few instances of being extremely distracted. I'm on vacation and so many things going on. It's fine. I'm not trying to like make huge excuses, but I'll just say that there are instances of time and vacation when a man gets distracted, and this is my original version. I thought, why don't I just use Grievous on this Jedi Training Rey team? Like, you're not going to beat General Grievous with Jedi Training Rey's AI. Like, I actually think that they're in desperation mode. Jedi Training Rey team could actually do a potentially okay job. Like, it's not your first pick, right? But, you know, Jedi Training Rey, do you think it would work okay if you're controlling the Rey team against Grievous? You'd at least make some headway. And they did kill Magnagard, so good for them. But this was my original version anyways. So we got the kill here. That's what I initially intended to do, in fact. Believe it or not. That was what I was going to do. And then I got confused because I was like, oh, maybe I'll use this, maybe I'll use Night Sisters here. I'll use General Grievous on Night Sisters. I got kind of confused myself a bit, and because I got distracted, I went in with the Night Sisters. You know, the original reasoning was Night Sisters first, and then I was like, oh, Grievous. But then I swerved and did, I don't know. It's a mess. It's not decision-making at its finest. I'm not making excuses. Just trying to explain, like, there's not a ton of, you know, don't read too much into some of this. I'm like, sometimes you just get distracted. So, you know, at this point, we need to use Troopers against Night Sisters, and it's not a particularly tough match now that we have Dark Trooper. There's not a ton of RNG. The thing that we want to make sure we're doing here is, so every time we kill someone, that gives Daka 50% turn meter. And so we need to be outgaining her turn meter so that she doesn't take a turn. So we killed Talzin there, gained like 70% turn meter, something like that for a kill on Talzin. And then, you know, eventually we were able to kill Talzin twice, kill Daka. And now it's all over but the Cryan, because Asajj might be able to go, but she won't. She doesn't. Pretty easy. Take out Talzin twice, killed Zaka, then win the rest of the match. So, got the kill there, and I don't know what's going on here. Why is it... Oh, it's just loading for a long time. I was freaking out, actually, a little bit, because my connection was a little bit tenuous at the time. So, fast forwarded a bit, so you guys don't have to feel the nervousness. And now we have this Bando team, and here's the thing, guys. There's a feat that I have been disregarding this whole time. Need to use Armorer in the same team as original, the OG Mando. I don't know if he's been around long enough to be called OG, if we're being frank. Not that I'm Frank, that's actually not my name, but you guys have too much information now. But, yeah, Frank is not my actual name, nor is actually Xaereth. But, if we're being frank, though, pretending to be frank, I've been neglecting this one. I need to get it. We have Armorer. And so I was like, why not? I've been using Gideon with this team for we still get our contract relatively easily even with Gideon here. Obviously, Gideon adds more to this team than Armorer does. But I was like, why not do that? Like, we're trying to get all the feats. We need to get all the feats if we're going to get top 10 this season, because the top 10 and window is slipping through my grasp, guys. It's harder and harder as we get more people in here in Division 1. So anyways, we got the immediate kill on Bando, and then I was like, oh, we didn't actually kill him with normal Mando. We didn't take him out, and so he's revivable. We have to take out that Han as soon as we can, and so I did end up managing to take him out with Bando. And then, I mean, at this point, like, what are these three gonna do to me, to this squad? Like, you know, it's like war. Like, what is it good for? What are these guys gonna do against me? Absolutely nothing. They might steal some banners, though, so I guess we can be cautious about that. I love sniping people in Vander's face, and he's like, oh, I'll revive you, and then and then he's like, wait, why aren't you coming back? And it's like, because he got disintegrated, bro. Like, what do you expect? You think being any level of being prepared is actually going to bring someone back? Okay. No preparation is equal to the task of defeating disintegration. That's for sure. So, all right, guys, here's the back zone, and here's a vital flaw. So, distracted like crazy. We've got General Skywalker. We've got Darth Revan. Both of those teams are tough enough on their own. And I was like, oh, cool. Like a Maul team with Nest. I've seen that before. We're good. You know, with some cowled dudes, including like Emperor Palpatine. Did not realize that was Sith Eternal, actually, at all. Did not factor into any of my decision making until later in the round, which you guys will see. So, you know, you'll have that. Now, let's go. We're in the top zone. We only have 2 Galactic Legends we have to counter, right? That's all we have. That's all we need. So, get a blast from the past. I was like, I think we could just do this with all Empire guys with Watt. Because I didn't use Watt with anyone else. We have Sith Eternal available. We can use him against someone else, I'm sure. We don't need Sith Eternal against this Rey team. We can absolutely, because there's no Foresight gifted here. Like, L3 is a good tank, but he'd be doing better if he had someone with Foresight, the granted Foresight right now, because then I couldn't just use IPD here, because Holdo would taunt at the wrong time, and I couldn't risk the, you know, like 60% debuff from Probe Droid. So, anyways, we've got our newly fancified Darth Vader here, who has a ton of offense, more offense than he used to have. So as long as they can land some debuffs on Rey, which I'm kind of getting bad RNG. Doesn't have great tenacity on her, but he's kind of resisting a lot. We get that Probe Droid Dispel at the right time. Well, you know, Thrawn goes first, but then Thrawn hands the turn to Probe Droid, who then dispels. Then Thrawn fractures Rey, so that Rey can't do anything ill-advised. And I was like, man, should I just throw my saber and take out one of these vets? But then I was like, nah, they'll just go crazy on me. I don't want to get ability blocked. And then, of course, Han just ability blocked my Vader anyways, so that was fun. And then Watt canceled that anyways. So trying to get more dots on here. And I'm guessing that this Rey actually has more tenacity than I remember, because Watt just tried to put 2 more dots on her. Didn't work. Only a couple more went on her from Vader. Did about 500k damage with his saber toss, though, because I've buffed him since then. And then I forgot how Han and Chewie both go completely crazy when you kill one of their friends, when you kill a resistance leader. So, yeah, not necessarily my greatest moment, I would say, but you'll have that. Okay, so you kill Han, and then you're like, oh, Chewie's gonna go crazy once again. Guess I'll just kill him now. I don't know. So, we're like locked into a 55, right? I mean, there's like nothing else we can do. There's no recourse. But I was like, ooh, maybe if I just do a basic, she won't die. And she's like, no, I'm totally gonna die and screw you out of banners. And I was like, oh, okay. All right, well, at least you didn't die out of sadness. You died out of spite, which is better. So, all right, took out the Rey team with, you know, not great banners necessarily, but it worked out. We got the first shot kill, which is what we needed after, you know, he's failed enough attacks. I'm confident as long as we can keep trucking, we'll be good, as long as we don't fail anymore. So then it's like, all right, what are we going to do against Supreme Leader Kylo? I had once again forgot to make old Ben fast enough to actually keep pace against the faster Supreme Leader Kylos. So we can't use Jedi Revan here. So I guess it's Jedi Master Luke. And go. So Jedi Master Luke. Yeah, we can do it. We can do it. And yeah, so do the AoE. No effect of it is actually still here because he was able to do his AoE. And so the idea here, guys, is we wait until we can get our ultimate. If we can get our ultimate, that's great. If we can take out Red Trooper in the meantime, that's great. We can stun some noobs. We can get ability block off on people. But then the other thing that's vital, folks, is to keep Jedi Master Luke with protection on and without that ability block on him, because he needs to taunt. We need him to taunt. It is super important that he's taunting. So he has the undispellable taunt right now. We need to make sure that he keeps it that way. Whenever we can, we're going to give him Master's Training. I should have actually put put the Master's Training on him instead of Jedi Knight Luke there. So that was a mistake on my end. Meanwhile, we're just trying to kill guys as we can. Obviously, we can't target outside of the taunt, so you know we're killing people. He gets his ult, which isn't great, but our guys, well, the back zone, the backcourt is completely gone now. We don't care about old Ben. Who cares about that dude? But we're about to get our ultimate now. So the question is, can we hold off in time to actually make this work? And gosh, Supreme Leader Kylo can be such a pain in these matches because you're not using your ideal Jedi team. And I don't know that I played this like perfectly or anything. I'm not trying to make that claim. I will just say that it's yeah, it can be really dicey. So we got 51. Thank goodness we got that, and we can move on. So now we've got this back zone. I'm like, all right, we've taken out the 2 Galactic Legends up top. I'm not worried about the other 2 teams. Let's go down south. And so what do we only have against against Darth Revan? My opponent did a good job. He drew out my Darth Revan team and my troopers, or my bounty hunter teams and my troopers, so I can't kill his Darth Revan with anything. I'm like, you know what, they're kind of slow. What if we just use Jedi Training Ray? So right away, you know, we do the hand wave on Sith Empire Trooper. And keep in mind, guys, this is not a counter I have done a whole lot of times. So I think, I'm like, man, maybe I should just throw my grenade here. And it'll cause Malak to taunt, but then we'll at least kill HK and Basti. Didn't quite kill Basti, though, so miscalculation there. We're fearing ourselves because he's feared. Now Darth Revan goes and fears everyone, and I was like, oh man, you know, our ball friend is just dead in the water, not feeling great about this suddenly, because I think it was just a huge mistake on my end to have Finn throw his grenade, honestly. So like, no excuses. I think I just played it poorly. So anyways, we're going. Rey, Jedi Training Rey, is gone. Down for the count. She had her death mark on her. That happened. So I'm like, man, if I could just take out Darth Revan at least, that'll be great. Darth Revan, if you could go ahead and just die, that would be great. Thanks a bunch. So killed him. He acquiesced to death, and now it's like, can Finn and R2 kill a lone Relic 7 Malak? You know, like, we can stun him at least. Like, there's a non-zero shot at being able to finish him off, right? So throw the grenade, get him into red, and he sucks us, sucks our life off. And yeah, not stunning him. Finn's dead. R2's like, I guess I'll keep fighting because I'll die soon anyways. I don't know. So we lost that, and that's not a great thing. So now we're equal on losses, and so immediately I'm trying to find a counter for it, and then I was like, you know what? Word is going to pause. We're going to hit the pause button right now because I need to finish everything else off. We can find a way to take out Malak on his own if we need to, but for now, we're going to do this. So what ended up happening, guys, before we forget this, and I think I did this a little bit later, actually, in the match, but I'll show you now, is I ended up using a Bo-Katan team. We don't have the Armorer, remember, but Bo-Katan with Canderous, and then the 3 you see here. The thing is, this Malak didn't have a huge amount of tenacity, so I was able to, with Jango, land a healing immunity, and then I was able to take him down. Obviously, they killed 2 of our guys before that, so it wasn't great, but did manage to finish that team off. I don't think that wasn't immediately, though. I just want to show you before I forget. So I apparently, like I said, I was super distracted. Didn't get the video of that. I think there might have even been one other fight that I didn't get a video of. I'm not sure. So anyways, we're going to march on. So our Mando team, Bo-Katan, is coming in handy quite a bit. Now we've got Grievous. We've got Grievous here. can Mothma do it again? Our last 5v5 season, I was able to get my first win with Mothra, and then I lost all the other ones against Grievous. Is that going to be a repeat again? So we did our opening barrage, hit Newt, and B2 did not trigger. Took a second barrage, and B2 finally did trigger. And now we can summon our Worthless guy. Hello, Worthless guy. Good to see you here. And the question is, should we throw out grenades from Kara? The answer is yes, because even if Magnagard did taunt, you see how we got the shout from Pow? We had all the turn meter already. We could totally get we could do the shout and dispel Magnagard without him countering again. So, just doing basic with Biston, waiting for the opportunity with Biston to take out that turn meter on someone with a special. And otherwise, we're not paying extortion. I don't know if you guys caught what I said previously, but we don't want that extortion to go away, or rather, the extortion can go away, but we don't want to buff Grievous. Oh yeah, so I swapped over for just a minute to hit Grievous because he was getting more turn meter. So I had Biston use a special on him to rob him of all of that turn meter. We don't want him to take a turn before we kill Magnagard off. So, anyways, yeah, really not a big deal to leave extortion on Cara Dune there, frankly. Like, yeah, he did get an extra hit on her. That wasn't great. But in the end, I mean, not a huge deal. If you've tanked her up enough, then you should just be good to go. So, took out Grievous, and now Newt can cry, and who knows what a guy like him, a Nemoidian, sounds like when he cries, because he doesn't have a nose, so probably different than the way we sound. I don't know. 58 here. 55 is what I've been used to. That's what you got to count on for this team, but yeah, doing good. So took out that Grievous team. Pretty consistent so far, guys. Hopefully that keeps it up. I know some people have said it isn't working as well as it did in the video, and all I can say is I hope it continues to work for me. So, all right, guys. Here's the big conundrum. What do we do? Oh gosh, oh man. Oh, I think I missed it, guys. I think that was what we missed. Sith Eternal, folks. I used Sith Eternal and a couple tanks to kill that General Skywalker team in the south, and I didn't even get a screenshot of it. Used Sith Eternal, we got 55. Wasn't particularly exciting. Wish I'd gotten a recording of it, obviously, but we missed it. So, did get a 55 there, and yeah, so anyways, now check this out, guys. So here's the real tricky part. So, Cara Dune, this team can absolutely stop your Traya team from even taking another turn because they take so many turns themselves with the fast Cara Dune. And so you don't want that to happen. That they can get so much turn meter so fast that they just get a loop going, an endless loop, and they get the healing immunity on Cassian. So even if you do take turns, you're not healing yourselves. Well, I guess you do because it's Traya lead, but yeah, this team can absolutely stop a Traya team from even taking another turn. It's ludicrous. So, what you do to combat that is you take Gideon to make sure that you have all of your turns first. You have all of your Sith go first, and then after that, like you can put Isolate onto Pow, and Pow's the main driver of all of this turn meter stuff. So, get Isolate onto Pow. And even though, like he almost kills himself just by taking so many turns, that's not what matters. Like, they're fueling turn meter for themselves a little bit, but not nearly as much as if Pow was here to help them do that. And then, yeah, like Cara Dune's going to be throwing her shade or grenades, whatever you want to call it, but that doesn't really matter. Like, they're still taking a ton of turns, you can see, but not nearly to the level that they would be if Pow was going right now. And you can see we're still taking a beating, actually. Scion's like, ouch. he's literally like, ouch. But But then he's not overly worried about it, frankly. So do the AoE, actually kill Mothra before anyone else. Take out Cara Dune, of course. May as well just kill everyone on the periphery, right? And then see if we can get Scion his extra health. The answer is no. He's just not going to be able to get his protection banner back. May as well just finish this as soon as we possibly can. So, I don't know why I did a little tap on the soldier there. I was like, maybe they can steal more banners from me. That will be fun, right? Alright, 58, not too bad, because we undersized a little bit. We got protection on Traya, of all people, so that was fancy of us. And then the question is, what did he put on fleets? Because he didn't get great scores. I was like, man, maybe he put both of his GT fleets, I don't know. As it stands, yes, Negotiator, which is something I've been struggling on lately. And then Chimera is something we can totally handle with a few different fleets. At the very least, we can use Finalizer for like a 61, but if we could play our cards right, maybe we could take him out with Rebels. So, alright, so, as you can see, guys, oh, hold on. Yeah, so at some point, my opponent did attack my Commander Luke team, failed, and I was like, alright, he preloaded turn meter, like, I think that means he's just done. Like, he didn't even come close, really, to killing any of my guys. You can see he made a few attempts at Chewie, and that was it. I guess he tried to kill Han. I don't know what he was doing. Not quite sure what team he used. But that being said, yeah, let's get this. Let's get this on. So, hold on. All right, guys. All right. So you can see this needs to stop. This madness. So you can see General Skywalker's dead because we killed him with Sith Eternal. Because I didn't realize the Sith Eternal, his third Galactic Legend that he deployed, was hidden there with Malak. I was like, okay, so we've got, or with Maul. I was like, okay, Malak we can take out with like, I have Geos, we can do all sorts of things, but we're not going to use any cleanup teams yet. We'll just wait until all the cards are on the table. So I was like, all right. I've been saving Jedi Revan here. We can undersize this against this Maul team easy enough. Like we'll just take our Jedi. We can undersize and we'll be good. And I mean, frankly, it would be fine here. It would be totally fine if we just see. I'm like, oh, should I take Barriss? No, we don't need Barriss. And frankly, we don't need her. We didn't need her. So whatever. But okay. So and then he started linking, and I was like, oh, that's annoying. I hate how long his animation takes. And I was like, wait, that's not Emperor Palpatine. That's not where I parked my car. Oh my gosh, guys. Terrible feeling to realize that you just didn't realize, like, I didn't notice it. This was totally my fault. I should have noticed it. Maul lead with Sith Eternal is just not something I ever see, ever. And I even talked to my opponent. He's like, dude, you faced us in territory wars like a few wars ago. Didn't you notice it then? I'm like, no. Didn't notice your mom either. But, like, yuck. So we can't target him because we've got confusion on us, or whatever it's called. Deceased. Deceived? I don't even know, guys. I don't know what madness is spouting out of my mouth this moment, but this is how flummoxed I was. I'm like, all right, so we can't target Sith Eternal. That's fine. He's not gaining his ultimate very fast because he needs his lead to get it very fast. So I'm like, you know what? Our new goal. So it would be cool if we could win this, but we're Jedi, like we're not going to be able to take these guys out, probably. Our goal here now is to kill everyone except for Sith Eternal, and then we can finish him off somehow. We can find some team to maybe finish him off. Even though we don't have troopers, we don't have anyone else, we gotta find someone. So, yeah, once I realized that maybe I could actually still... Like, we're not going to win this. He's about to get his ultimate, and then I die instantly. I die like a dog. We can still... We can make an impact. Like, if he's alone and he's not the lead, He's not that scary. Frankly, like, a lot of teams can take him out. But what teams do I have available? I wanted to use Geos to clean up that Malik. Clearly, you know, I eventually did use Mandos on that, but, you know, what... So I guess I kind of just gave up what I was going to do. But I was like, ooh, maybe we can just win here. We can ability block him forever, and then he's just going to use his lightning. As long as Basti keeps taking turns, then we're good. And then I was foolish. Do you see how Grandmaster Yoda could have called Basti to ability block Palp? And then he's like, oh, I'll just call Revan instead. That's cool. So, gosh, and then I didn't take a video of my... Dear Lord, okay, guys. So, I apologize, but... Yeah. My Geos cleaned him up. Real good. Wow, embarrassing. Sorry. Geos take him out so easy, though. They really do. So, missing a few videos, or a couple... Gosh, how did I miss the Geos fight? That's such an epic one. I mean, it's just nice to have that final moment of win. Like, he didn't... I ended up with a 40 banner kill, I think. I don't think he came close. So, anyways, folks, here we go. I'm all flummoxed because I don't have video here because vacation, guys. Vacation's over. Tomorrow I'm coming home. So, anyways, we've got Executrix here. I decided against this Negotiator comp. He only has 2 reinforcements. So Plo is going to come in, and then probably like Jedi Consular or something. So the idea here, guys, like, Home 1 is going to struggle in that situation every time. If Plo comes in at the wrong time, like, you could just be screwed. So I was like, you know what, Executrix actually has some staying power. I know last time was kind of a fiasco, but let's do it this time. So what we're doing, same exact strategy, trying to get their Anakin to below 40% on the health. So we've just barely got it. Got the unending loyalty, undying loyalty, whatever it's called, on him. So that's nice. Do the AoE. Was hoping to take out Anakin there and get rid of that buff, but didn't quite work out. That worked out though. Got rid of it there because he had buff immunity. Then we could take hit, like, he didn't even go into stealth. So that was pretty nice. Get Vader in, everyone gets dots, which is super nice. Of course, Plo is in though, so we can't just immediately take out Anakin. We've got to play a little bit with our food, hopefully do it. So was able to get the dispel there on the Y-wing, and then of course, because there's no taunt, we can just take him out. So good to go. Now that Anakin's gone, I'm like, whew, okay, we could use almost any fleet to finish this off if we need to. Of course, at this point, if my opponent is able to, if I get stuck on fleets, then I lose. If I get stuck on fleets, then I lose anyways. But, you know, at this point, I was like, man, I think we've got fleets. I think we can figure it out. So, Jedi Consular is here, and yeah, yep. We can do this. We can do this. So, got shuttle in for extra banners and stuff, I guess. Set everyone on fire a second time, which is super nice to be able to do. Well, it's nice for me. Feels good, man. But, take out Ahsoka. And there it is. There's the win. With 62 banners, I will take 62 banners against Negotiator every time. And now we have Rebels available. Oh yeah, check that out, guys. Check that score out. 2508 to 2507. So I actually needed to get one of the kills. I needed to get a 62 on one of the fights, one of the kills, and I got it. So now, if he clears CLS, which actually I showed you guys all the things out of turn. Gosh, I'm just all mixed up this video. What could have been awesome is just slightly less awesome. But he hadn't attacked Commander Luke yet. I did. Maybe he did now. I don't remember. I just knew. I guess I knew at this point if I couldn't clear Negotiator, if I got stuck on Negotiator, then I would need a 62 to be able to get to be on the Chimera to be able to win. Got it on the Negotiator though. So now the question is, can we complete the conquest here? Can we actually manage it? You know, we'll have finished all the feats. We'll have done everything by the end. and stay in contention for maybe top 10 eventually. So, jumping in, we've already failed like 3 attacks. Oh my gosh, can we afford to fail one more? I'm not sure. So, Rebels, you just got to stay on target. Kill that bomber. That one was some pretty good RNG, actually. I normally he doesn't die that quickly, but Falcon decided, he was like, hey, today I'm going to get off my ass and actually assist. And I was like, great. What? Could you do that more often? He's like, probably not. So, 67 there. Woo! Awesome. Wonderful. Super awesome and cool and wonderful and everything. Whoa. It's gone all dark, guys. I don't know what the deal is. Alright, it wants to restart this. Here we go. So, we don't even get a shot at the board, guys, because I am so ill-prepared. But, here it is. 27-61. Didn't get screenshots for the final, unfortunately, but he did not manage to clear my Commander Luke team. He got stuck there, and that was it. That was that. He messaged me, said good game, good sport, good man. He said he's going to have more tricks next time we face each other. So, look forward to that. I don't actually. I'd hope he's like the most straightforward ever. But that being said, I'm glad I managed to give him a good match because, as I said a million times, super distracted during vacation. It's about to be over, and I won't have that excuse. But that being said, we're 3-0, baby. We've got all the feats done so far. I'm holding a few of them right now, so if you don't see me on the leaderboard, that's fine. I don't want to get chromium early, so I'm holding a couple of them. Like, I've already gotten enough undersizes, in fact, for the second tier to be done, but holding the one that we get kills with the various Mandos and stuff. So, whew, alright guys, that's about it. Thank you all so much for watching. Thanks for bearing with me. I'm sorry we missed a couple of videos. It's still kind of a longer video though, because I like to ramble apparently. So, I hope you enjoyed it. Once again, reminder, please, if you can, if you want to support the channel, leave a like or subscribe. I would very much appreciate it, leaving a comment. All free things that you can do to help support this channel to mount the algorithm. We got to do it, guys. So, that being said, thank you all so much for watching. And remember that in all things, Xaereth prevails.